Welcome to the Executive Show.
Nothing easy.
An inside look at the Warriors front office.
Can somebody give Bob some credit?
With NBA Champion and Warriors front office member Zaza Pachulia on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by Stanford Blood Center. Give blood for life.
That's right. Give blood for life. The Executive Show. Every single Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. And every other week, we talk to Zaza, nothing easy, Pachulia on the show as the Warriors get set to play the Orlando Magic a little later today. Tip off at 4 p.m. in the Magic Kingdom, a.k.a. the Amway Center. No Jalen Suggs for the Magic. Obviously, no Steph Curry for the Warriors. Let's get Zaza on here in just a second. Is Zaza ready to go? Zaza is ready. Zaza, nothing easy. What's happening, my man?
We back. Is that my middle name now?
We back. That's your middle name. Nothing easy, because nothing you do is easy.
No, normally Georgians don't use middle name, but maybe I'll start it.
Yeah, you got to start it.
Tradition.
You got to start it. You know, my girl's parents yesterday, my in-laws basically were talking about Georgia, and I was like, "Oh, Zaza's from Georgia. Does she speak different languages? So, what languages do you speak, Zaza?" They were very intrigued with you being from Georgia.
I just speak 4 languages, Vante.
Oh.
Just 4.
Just 4?
What are they?
Just 4. You know, my native Georgian, and I was born during the Soviet Union time, so I speak Russian. And played in Turkey for 6 years, finished the school there, so I speak fluent Turkish. And I think I can say I speak English here, right?
Yeah, you speak it pretty damn well. You speak it better than me. I'm from
Very
here.
well.
I
Very
mean, damn,
well.
Zaza, just 4 languages. So you're up there with the late, great Kobe Bryant then in terms of being bilingual.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It definitely helped me to, have an easier communication with, so many people. And obviously basketball put me in this situation throughout my career to travel the world and, play with different, foreign, players from different countries and, communication and, just understanding the culture better. So it's pretty cool. I enjoy speaking different languages.
All right, well, as I pivot here, you're a big man. You've been, battling underneath the rim for many, many, many years. I asked Bonta, how many times has there been a foul with like 10 seconds to go in a game off of a free throw where 2 guys are battling underneath the hoop? Is this in the last 10 years in the entire NBA? That foul the other day on Kevon Looney, I guess by the letter of the law, it was a foul. I've never seen an official blow the whistle in that scenario. What did you think as a former big man, or you're still a big man, but as a former NBA player, what did you think about that call in that spot in that game?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about so many moments from that game that, wish it didn't happen or was it the right call or, we can argue, right? And answers can go both ways. But it was probably one of the craziest finish, honestly, I've seen. There was so many times the game changed. And but, yeah, you're right. You don't see that a whole lot. But, same time, sometimes the game gets physical and sometimes there are 50-50 calls, so it can go both ways. And I guess we were not lucky that day and we got called offensive foul and, the game just kind of in 3 seconds, the game changed, so, but overall it was like, truly crazy game.
Well, so like the relationship between the players and the officials, I'm not asking you specifically about Draymond, but just more the relationships in general. How much dialogue should there be allowed, and how much dialogue is there currently in your estimation? Because it does feel like there's been a lot of new officials, and a lot of the more veteran players are kind of frustrated that they don't get to have this dialogue. For your mind, what do you think should happen between the players and the officials in terms of what's allowed dialogue-wise?
Yeah, that's a really good question, but I don't know if there's exact answer on that, to be honest. And especially when we're talking about the referees that has been there for years and years, so appreciated this game for a long time on the highest level from playoffs to finals, right? And then there are players who also has been in the league for such a long time, and we all know the reputations they have, and we all know the tendencies that they have. And I'm not talking about particularly on certain players, but just over every player, because bottom line, you only have 450 NBA players, right? So,
right.
But same time, there are rules as well, and sometimes, it's not always consistent. referees having ups and downs and players having ups and downs, and it's about right time, right place. And like I say, but I know the question is relates to Draymond, and we all know how competitive he is, and we all know his personality, and we've seen him getting heated, throughout the games, and sometimes he got technical, sometimes he didn't get technical. So it's very hard to say what is the baseline of it, right? So that was the game where he just didn't get away from it, and referee felt like he was enough, and I was not on the court. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, did he get warning? He didn't get warning, to stop, but again, we're all human beings. So, but like I say, I don't know where the baseline is, because like I say, it has not been consistent, in my opinion, right? But at the same time, understanding that there are rules, and so it was very unfortunate. I mean, I wish Draymond never got kicked out, and but like I say, I love his competitiveness and I love his personality, because so many times that kind of competitive nature helped us, even when we were playing, or even this year when I'm not part of the team, just watching from outside. Right. So many times his personality and the fire helped us and to motivate us, because when you play 82 plus, games per season, you don't have the same kind of energy every game, but that's when Draymond is appreciated and needed the most, right, to bring that fire and kind of wake everybody up, So, there was not the type of game that we wanted to see result, but like I say, I'd take Draymond anytime, any game with what he's the best, right? So right. He's fire.
Zaza Pachulia, two-time NBA champ, now a consultant with the Golden State Warriors, of course, won those titles with the Warriors back in 2017 and 2018. Don't forget the flex moment of the show, brought to you by Xfinity, coming up in 10 minutes. You don't want to miss that, the flex moment of the show, as we talk to Zaza here at the Executive Show. Look, Warriors are down in Orlando trying to get right. Gary Payton II will be back on the floor as they try to just tread water without Steph and Curry. But the evolution of Jordan Poole, we can't ignore this, Zaza. He's good for 20 points a game, and to see him make the leap from year 1 to year 2 to year 3 now, Jordan Poole looks like a future all-star, Zaza.
I agree, Vontae. This kid is, amazes all of us, and not only the Warriors fans and, people who are associated, I think just basketball fans. I mean, he's such a great player. His moves so pure, so authentic. He definitely has charisma as well, and you cannot compare him to anyone. I mean, he's Jordan Poole, so that's what I love about him, and that's what I love about his game, and his ability to shoot from outside or the open court, and he's so fast, and he's so creative with the ball, and just love watching him. And especially in a short period of time, as you say, you don't see too many players getting to the level that he is right now. And especially talking about coming from the G League bubble, and suddenly this guy just came, kind of new star was born. Right. That was the kind of feeling, and I'm so happy for Jordan, and I think he has a bright future. He's a worker, and that's what I appreciate the most. And like I say, yes, he has a talent, but at the same time, he put himself in the situation, right? Because he's a worker. Like even during the All-Star break, I didn't go anywhere. I mean, I went to the Cleveland, but when I came back, I was working out, and guess what? We didn't have a team practice, and then I was in the gym, and Jordan Poole came in to get some shots up, and this tells that he's a worker. He's hungry, and he's not satisfied where he's at right now. He's a great, perfect candidate for most improved this year, I think.
Yep,
absolutely.
Last 9 games, when you look at it, he's scoring almost 25 points and almost 60% from a field goal. So perfect time to actually, play this well, and playoffs are right around the corner. So hopefully, there's gonna, this momentum gonna carry him over to the playoffs as well.
Yeah, and
need him.
Absolutely, they're going to need him. And he's definitely taken the lead right now and feels like Clay's rounding into form. We got some gut-punching news on Wiseman, Steph Curry, but there is some optimism. We talked to Brandon Payne, Steph's personal trainer, and he was encouraged by the Steph Curry thing. Now, the fans on the outside, we're always concerned. You know, this is the franchise's greatest player in Steph Curry. What's the thought process inside that building for the organization? Are you guys optimistic that he's going to come back and be good to go, or is it just, hey, we're just going to try to hold the fort down till he gets back? What are people thinking inside the building right now?
Yeah, first of all, you hate this happening, and it's been kind of story all year where someone is missing it, especially from the big three. The Clay first, and then Clay came back, and obviously we all seen Draymond only play a couple seconds with Clay, and he missed so many games. And now we were about to, kind of get the group together, and then, Steph's ankle. So it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. I really feel bad for a lot of people, actually, from coaching staff to Rick Scalabrine, and he has to deal with all these injuries. But at the same time, understanding, unfortunately, this is part of the game. I mean, injuries are part of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
I have faith in our training staff and in our coaching staff. They're doing a phenomenal job for monitoring the loads and making sure they're getting proper rest and proper workouts. Right, everything is great in that regard. It's just unfortunate moments. But at the same time, I think we've been there. If you guys remember, even when we won the back-to-back championship, first year was Steph, and then next year it was KD or vice versa. I don't exactly remember, but we missed those guys, throughout the end of the season, the regular season, and they came back for the playoffs. But at the same time, I think everybody should know that these guys are pros.
Right.
And remembering both KD and Steph, when they came back, it felt like they never left because how professionals they are, the amount of time and effort and energy they put, even during the time where they're injured. That makes me confident, and especially hearing from him that he'll be back soon. So, I trust Steph. He's not a rookie. He's not a kid. He's very experienced. He's a veteran player, so he knows what he's doing. He knows he's been there before. He's done it. So I think it's very, very important for us to feel good. Of course, we're worried, but we wish it never happened. But at the same time, we trust his Steph's experience. So I'm very confident because he's confident that he's going to come back.
Zaza, before we let you go, March Madness is coming. Thursday and Saturday, you got a great card here. Arkansas versus Gonzaga. Eric Musselman coming back to the Bay. Duke, for the first time, playing in San Francisco. Coach K in his last season, coaching the Blue Devils, taking on Texas Tech, which is going to be a really, really good game. And now Chaser to get to host this event,
Bonta
2025 March Madness. Oh, I'm already in there, Zaza. And I just remember Zaza telling us, like, he wishes he could have played college basketball here in the States and got that feel and got to play in that environment. Now you're going to be around March Madness and another great event hosted by Chase Center. Zaza, Chase Center is going to be the home of March Madness for many, many years here. But now the reopening of Chase Center, you get March Madness, you get this great card. It's going to be a fun time this weekend.
Fun time, exciting week. I think we're going to see amazing games that will be happening in Chase Center, and a lot of fans. Obviously, they will be traveling to San Francisco. I have no doubt, especially when it comes to college. Even though I never played in college, I've seen it, and that's the beauty. That's the most exciting part, where your fans travel anywhere you go to. At the same time, locals, the Warriors fans in San Francisco and Bay Area, people are going to get an opportunity to watch these amazing games, and some familiar names and faces, as you mentioned, Coach Musselman, and obviously Coach K, his last run in the Chase Center, and it's so exciting to see these amazing games, and for Chase Center, to me, it's one of the best arenas in the world.
Yes,
and to host this kind of big event, I think it's huge. We all excited, as the Warriors, from the business standpoint. We are very, very excited to host this kind of important event, and this is beginning of the beginning. So I'm pretty sure on and off the court experience going to be amazing, and the people and fans going to enjoy watching the game, and obviously what Chase Center has to offer.
You know, we're right up against it here, Zaza, but if you did go to college, Gonzaga, Duke, Kentucky, where did you envision yourself going, like now, with retrospect?
I like Gonzaga. Because I see them playing from Gonzaga. They value bigs because,
yes.
Game change is a guys know. And not too many teams are using as a true big man right now. But honestly, when you're in that age, especially, I can imagine leaving Georgia and coming to U.S. It really doesn't matter as far as you go to the good program and play for the good coach and having a good teammate. That's what really matters. Obviously, playing basketball and get a really good education. That I always say that is very, very important, because it's not given that you're going to play in NBA. It's definitely not given that you're going to play in NBA for a long period of time. Education always matters, and we can talk about so many examples. Even players like Vince Carter or Dirk Nowitzki, like my closest friends that played forever, right? I mean, he's still young. He's early 40s, and we all need education, even after long careers. So that's why I keep telling the youth and young men to play in basketball. So yes, God gave you all these utilities that you need, right, and talent. But I think it's as important to be educated and be smart and have a high IQ on and off the court as physical presence. So, like I say, I love what college has to offer, and I wish I would gone. But you know what? I know my kids will, so I'm happy for them.
Yeah, we can't wait. Fan Fest happening tomorrow at Chase Center. A lot of people are going to be out there as the teams practice. Duke, Arkansas, Texas Tech, and Gonzaga into the games Thursday and Saturday. And, of course, the Warriors still got their season going on with 11 games left. Zaza, can't wait to see you out there at Chase Center. Always fun talking to you.
Always good talking to you guys. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Thanks,
Zaza, nothing easy. Pachulia on the road, as he is every other Tuesday. The other Tuesdays he's not on. Bob Myers is on, the GM and president of basketball operations of the Golden State Warriors. That was the executive show. And it's brought to you by Stafford Blood Center. Give blood for life. And don't forget, Warriors game of the day. Tip off against the Orlando Magic today at 4 p.m. Warriors Live starts at 2:30 right here on 95.7 The Game with Damon and Rado, presented by Xfinity Sports Zone, the ultimate sports hub experience. Let's get Daker on here for a second before we get to the flex moment of the show. Daker, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Gentlemen, Pusha T got me some kind of way with the Jimmy situation.
Oh, boy. What, you got a rap to spit?
I got a line. Jed say less. Jimmy G is basic. Keeping him is baseless. Trade him for some LASIK. That's about it. But
Not
seriously,
bad.
seriously though, this is what I'm worried about now. We know he should have been gone, and we know if Lance throws one incompletion, we're going to have a toxic fan base wanting Jimmy out there, which is all bad for the family. But, dude, Don Yee is running a master class on how to control 49ers ownership. And if I'm another NFL agent, I'm taking notes. We need to show some kind of strength and just stop the buck. And that's it. But we need to get a GoFundMe going for Pusha T to get this done also.
Yeah,
we got to get it done, guys.
All right,
that's
Daker.
about it.
All right, Daker. He drops a bar. Masterclass by Don Yee, which I don't think he's wrong about. Don Yee. I can't wait to.
I'd rather be Deshaun's agent, who just wheeled a $230 million contract.
Guaranteed.
With all this
guy
stuff
coming off of sexual allegations.
Yeah, missing a whole year.
and he got it manipulated to where Deshaun Watson will only get paid $1 million of that the first year because they're expecting a suspension. So we still going to see all his unbelievable. But you're right. Don Yee is running the masterclass. And Jimmy Garoppolo saga continues. And now it is time for the flex moment of the show, brought to you by Xfinity.
Look at you. How many cards do you have? What is that?
Dude,
you look ridiculous. Vontae's got all these NBC cue cards. Can I see one of them?
Yeah.
Can you just hand me one? I want to see what they look like.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me see that.
There you go.
All right, so there's a note here. Now, are you writing these notes yourself?
I'm writing these notes myself. Yeah.
Dude, I thought doctors had bad writing.
Dude, look at this
Well,
one.
you look like, honestly, this looks like a fourth grader's writing.
This is great writing.
As long as Bonta can read it, that's all that matters,
that's all
right?
That matters. Not cursive.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to go to Monty Poole. See, I should just cross out Monty Poole's name here and put in my name. We're going to go to Joe Shasky real quick. I got it on my cue card.
Oh, what? Joe Shasky.
The Flex of the Show, presented by Xfinity Flex, the 4K streaming TV box with voice remote and
Team
Peacock
effort.
Premium, free with Xfinity Internet.